Hello everyone, Brian here, and by the title of the video, I'm going to say some of you older guys may know exactly what I'm going to be talking about over the course of this video, but for some of you younger guys, I'll explain myself in more detail, of course. The idea for this video came to me this afternoon while I was outside working in my yard. My neighbor and their son were going on vacation starting today. They were taking a cruise. And I have a ton of movies because I used to go to Best Buy every single Tuesday and buy pretty much all the cool new releases that were coming out. So I have hundreds and hundreds of DVDs in my collection. So our friends always come over and borrow movies from us whenever they feel the need, because movie rentals pretty much aren't what they used to be. Most of the companies are going out of business, and I am probably the second best source out there other than these types of stores and Netflix. So he was going to have his girlfriend come over last night and watch a movie. So he picked out 4 movies, one of which was The Ugly Truth, which I thought was kind of funny since Wish for Your Master talked about that in a recent video of his, which coincidentally he is in this video. And he picked out No Strings Attached, the movie Red, and Grown Ups. Now, when I was a teenager and I invited a girl over to watch a movie, that was pretty much our code for a booty call back then. I mean, unless the girl was absolutely totally clueless. She knew exactly what she was going to be getting into when she came over. You know, it really didn't matter what the hell the movie was you picked. You could have walked into the local Blockbuster and just grabbed the first movie off the shelf. You know, it could have been Howard the Duck for all she would have cared. And she knew exactly what was going to be going on that night. And normally you pretty much didn't get much past the opening credits before the action started. So since he was picking up movies and told me his girlfriend was coming over, I had to give him a hard time and break his stones a little bit and tease him. Especially since they were going to be going on vacation, because I'm sure many of you older guys will attest to this. Whenever you have a girlfriend and you're going to be going away on a trip, or they're going away on a trip somewhere, and you're not going to see each other for several days or a week or longer, normally they're going to give you something to remember them by while they're away or you're away. Just in case you might want to stray, or it's been a little while in the romantic department. So since he was going to be going away on the trip, it was pretty obvious to me what was going to be going on. His parents and my wife always say what a good kid he is and laugh when I start talking about that kind of stuff, and always tease me about corrupting him with my younger day stories. But come on now, kids are kids. We all know what's going to be going on. I mean, unless we're absolutely totally naive or the parents have blinders on. So I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a tip video as well, as far as what movie you want to select, just in case things have changed a little bit since when I was younger. Because nowadays you never know, some women are a little bit different. I think they're a little bit easier and start out a little bit younger than they did when I was a kid. But you never know, so I figured I'd give you a little bit of a tip movie guide as far as what types of movies you should pick from the genres that are out there, just to kind of make sure that what you want to go on is going to go on that night. Now, there are several different categories of movies, of course, and that would be, you have your action movies, you have your dramas, you have your comedies, your horrors, and of course, I'm going to say romantic comedies get a category all their own. Now, dramas you want to avoid pretty much entirely. They're not going to set the mood whatsoever, and if it's a tearjerker kind of drama, it's really not going to get her in the mood at all, and she actually may be interested in the movie, so you want to avoid a drama at all costs. A straight comedy, again, could be hit or miss. I don't highly recommend it. The only upside to a comedy is it may put her in a little bit of a playful type mood, depending upon the storyline of the movie. So you may, have a possibility of, some action there, but again, she may be interested in actually watching the movie. So, again, a comedy is most likely a miss, but it has some slight potential there. Now, a horror movie most women are not interested in. They don't like the hack and slash and the gory type stuff. And if they are interested in watching it, they're probably going to get scared if it's one of those things like Paranormal Activity or whatnot. So they're going to be pushing up on you kind of tight and want you to hold on to them, and they're going to be burying their head in your chest. And that leads to good things, guys, let me tell you. So, if it is one of those gory hack and slash type movies, she's really not going to be interested in watching it. So, she may be interested in getting some other kind of things going on to take away from the movie. So, a horror movie is always a sure bet, in my opinion. Now, moving on to action movies, they're normally a pretty good bet as well. If it's something like Terminator and stuff like that, they're probably not really going to be that interested in it. Or if it is something like, we'll go with the Bourne trilogy. Most women think Matt Damon's pretty hot, so, a lot of times when they see a hot guy that they're interested in, that's obviously going to get them in the mood a little bit. And also all that action and macho stuff, again, can kind of get their, motor going a little bit. And I'm going to include, the sci-fi type stuff into the action type movie genre as well. Because women really aren't interested in stuff like Star Trek and Star Wars and everything else, so they're going to be wanting to do other things at night, so action movies are normally a pretty good bet. Last but not least, we move on to the romantic comedy genre. Now, when he first came over, I suggested the movie No Strings Attached, because I thought that was the perfect choice. The movie is all about casual sex, has a lot of sexual type scenes in it where they're all hot and heavy. And in my opinion, you really can't go wrong with something like that. I mean, a movie based around sex is obviously going to get them thinking about it, and trust me guys, in that department, you really can't go wrong. So for the most part, romantic comedies are a great choice. They're going to get the women thinking about romance, and if they have a strong sexual element as well, trust me, pick it. You can't go wrong. So if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. And as always, I hope you really enjoyed the video. I will talk to all of you soon, and I hope you have a good one.